Was looking at a funeral home's sample price list online, and I went thinking as a not a upper middle class, but a middle to upper middle class person, and I just thought what would be a nice service. I didn't overindulge on family cars. I didn't overindulge on type of casket, but there were certain basic things, and I figured that they were going to the cemetery, so I figured a concrete liner in. And where I was at 13, high 13s, just at the funeral home before you ever make it to the cemetery. Could this be cut and that be cut? It could be, but I know I was trying to be reasonable about that. So that gives us this thought, because all you guys are business people, and profit is not an option in business. It's an objective. You're not a nonprofit organization. So if we're teetering nowadays in a new norm, because your stuff costs more, whatever you cost from these vendors, the vault company's charging you more, the every piece of equipment that you get costs more. Then you got to pay labor, and there's so many challenges to being in business in the death care space. But if now we've reached a new norm in pricing, we also have to reach a new norm in service. You're going to have to now give folks a show for their dough. Never treat them as it's just ordinary. When they're at 13, 13.5, 13.6 at the funeral home, please know that the cemeteries also aren't non-profit organizations. They got a nice cemetery bill waiting on them too. So now we're in this moment, in this space where everything's so high. The prices of services in the death care space is increasing rapidly, and it may be increasing more rapidly than what personal income is. That standard, my job got a $10,000 policy on my job. Well, that won't even get you through the funeral home nowadays, sometimes. So we got to take our level of service up. Treat everybody, whether they got the base minimum service or they're out here with Promethean or some exclusive wood casket, oak casket, and a titanium vault. Folks, you got to treat everybody. Every dollar is important in 2024. Take no one for granted. And if you make them the star of the show, there'll be a day coming soon where some of the clients that you got, because some, no matter what you do, they're not going to care, but a majority, I'll say, of your clients will pay you back, because they'll make you special and the star of the show with their words that they give to others that they meet who also are entering a time of need. So look, just make sure every day what you do, that you give them a show for their dough. I hate to make it common vernacular. Of course, I'm learned, and I know how to express this. I believe it. I don't just talk it. I can walk it. But it basically comes down to that. Let me get away with the common vernacular on this one. You got to give them a show for their dough. Have a great one.